Okay, so today I wanted to show you, everybody loved that last technique I showed them on what to do with excess gel prints. Let's just say excess, we won't say failed. Obviously this one's excess, you could say failed. But I'm going to show you something simple, and all you need to do it is a bottle of ink. Now I've got this Higgins calligraphy waterproof black ink that I'm going to use up. I probably would do India ink, but I don't have any left because I had another project that I used a lot of ink. So this is what I had left. And I'm using one of these little pipettes. But if you've got an ink bottle that's got a stopper that has a little pipette in it, you can use that. But, all right, so you use your excess gel prints. Now this is on cheap paper. And the problem with cheap paper is you can see like on this one, it tends to buckle. Can you see how buckled that is? Now, if you get one like this and you want to do it, you can still do it, but you need to like tape it down to maybe a piece of cardboard like that. But this one was nice and flat because I had it under books, so we're going to use this one. And this is from a skyline stencil that I cut out, and it definitely didn't come out good. I'm just going to show you how to do it. Now, you can use artist tape to tape them down. There is a little bunch in a corner up here. I'm just going to tape that corner so it doesn't move right away. Or actually, I'm not going to. See, I changed my mind halfway through my videos. You can tape it down, but I'm going to show you a different technique that I use that I need to have it not taped for. So we'll show you this first. All right, so what we're doing, we're making trees. I'm sure you've seen people do this kind of thing. It is so much fun. Now what I do to make trees is, and this isn't the only thing you can do with this, you can just do splotches and come up with your own designs over them, but I'm going to put 3 trees, 3 gnarly trees. I'm going to put a dab there, a dab there, and one a little closer there. Now I'm just going to make sure they got plenty of ink, and I don't know how fast you have to hurry with this, but now the other thing you need is a straw. Now I know you've seen this before. And what I'm going to do is just make the trunk of the tree first. And I'm not trying to separate it into areas, just letting it go where it goes at first. There's one trunk. Now do another one. Now you go, if you want that branch to go that way, you come bring the straw that way. Now you want to separate those two. Now that's just making the trunks. Now right here where it bends and I want some to go that way, I'm coming right to this little crook here. Separating it off. Now I've got lots more left in this trunk that I could pull up. And as you can see, as it gets less and less, the branches become skinnier. Now if you want something to go one way, you blow against it. Like right here, I've still got a ton. I want it to go up in here. Now see, that looks a little shady, but we can fix that. Okay, so the next step, now you decide where you want more branches. I want to fix this shady looking one right here, so I'm going to put a drop there. Now you put in tiny drops. Tiny drop right there. And I'm going to blow it that way. See what I'm doing? I'm designing as I go along. It's not going to look like a real tree, but now when you want to get lots of lines, you do this. Go back and forth with your straw. See how that gives you a gnarled looking tree? And anywhere you don't like it, you can go back and fix it. Like right here, I don't like that. Now, see where it's thick there? You don't even have to, you can just come down with your pipette, bring it down. Fill in with your pipette. And you can actually draw with this. Like if I don't like that, and I want it to be a little more, you can draw in it with a pipette. You can use a brush. You can do whatever you want to do. Now, I don't like what I just did there, so I'm going to blow it out of there. See what I mean? Now, there's ways to end this. You can come down with roots. Now, I'm just going to use the pipette for now. Fill in the bottom with roots. Bring the trees together that way. And just make a line. But on a couple of them, I did this. Now what I'll do at the end of this, because I just did a dabble, I just cut, trim it. See how that gives you roots of interest? And you could come up in here and that is, and the one thing is you have to let these dry flat. Because if you don't let them dry flat, these lines are going to continue to run. If they have, like these right here have blobs on the end, I'm going to pull them up a little bit to make the roots a little darker. But, and you can go over that with pencil when you're done. Do whatever you like. I'll do another one real quick. I'm going to lay it up here where it's flat. Let's flip this over so I don't get ink on the top. And you can do just one big tree if you like. You can do lots of little trees. You can do whatever you want. This one I'm going to come down lower. I'm going to come down to here. Let's do bigger blobs. And then a little blob. I like that you're controlling where the tree grows, but you're not totally controlling where the tree goes. Oops. And I don't think I'd do this all day long because I'd get a major headache. But I'm going to connect these two up. Put a little more thickness there. I'm going to make these kind of minimalist. But I'm only putting ink where I want to make a diversion. Oh, that's strange, but I love it. And you can't do this for a long, long time or you're going to get a headache. Just do it until you can't do it. That's what I do. I'll do a couple and then I'll quit. And it's nice because it's like random, but then anything you don't like, you can fix. And the ink wants to follow the path of the ink. It just does, where you've just done it. I'm going to thicken that up. See if we can't get some interest out of the top of that. Now I'm going to go from this way mostly. And there's a guy that does this, and I can't think of his website. But what he does is he'll do the blobs and then do this and then do creatures on top of it. And I absolutely love what he does. And it's been a long time since I've seen his, so I don't remember what the site is. But if I do, I'll put a link. If I can find it. I don't. Now, on these, I'm just going to come down with the ink and make a little root them to the ground into one another. And I'm not going to blow the ink down here. I'm just going to leave a little root. And I'm like almost totally emptying the thing and just going back over a few of them that I don't like. But you can see what I mean. It's a good start for your tree if you want it different. I mean, I don't ever do just the blown art random stuff. Like that guy. I mean, what do you see in it when you get it done and then embellish on what you started with. This is a good start, but I don't consider it a finish. I will always see areas where I want something else. And you can keep going, of course. But I kind of like that there. Okay. Can you see what I did there? And it makes a nice little picture. I don't think I might put pictures at the end of this. I don't think I'm going to, but those are the ones. Well, I've got a few that I did. This one here on random prints. The rest of them are laying down flat to dry, so I can't really show you, but let me show you this one. It's the one we just did earlier. And as you can see, they come out different. This is the one I did a little bit ago, but this paper was way too wrinkled. That's why it's so blobby looking. So, and I did another one on too wrinkled paper. I like this one. I'm going to do something below here. What I think I'm going to do is come in with some color and then mirror the trees down there. But as you can see, that one's not dry yet. And they dry, can you see right here? They dry, the different layers of ink dry differently, so it actually does look like bark when it's done. And I think I have one more that's still wet that I was playing with. I was playing with this one. I'm not really happy with it, but it kind of looks like a flag with a disaster over the top of it. But I'll work on this one a little bit more. I'm letting it dry so that I can put some more ink blobs on it. But anyways, that's that technique. It's a really simple technique. It's a fun afternoon. You can do tons of different things with it. And like I said, he does ink blobs and then finds pictures in it. I think he makes creatures. It's been so long since I've seen that website. I don't know. But I think he does like monsters and stuff in them. But and this one I will trim off where I don't like it. I don't like the thickness up there. Trim it down and I'll have a cute little picture. Okay, so I thought I'd do one more, show you just another option if you're not into trees, if you're into abstract, you can just do this way. Very simple. Just put in a healthy dot there. Go back the other way. Then I'll do 2 small dots down here. And go the other way. Another little dot. Now I'm going back and forth with the straw as I'm blowing in it. I hope you can see that. And any dots, any blobs that are left, I'm going to go back over, going back and forth in a different direction. And as you can see, that, I want to zoom down so you can see it better. That gives you a, I would consider it a base, but a nice abstract base to start with. Or maybe you like it, you know, maybe yours come out more finished. I did this one earlier that I stopped before it got too far because I can see what I can do with pen and ink on that now that I started with that. So I don't want to do any more. But you can do whatever you like. Like I said, trees, abstract art. I have another one that I did. It's just a branch. I'm going to actually put probably some flowers on the tree. But just using up your gel prints. We all need to use up our gel prints. So thank you very much for viewing my videos. Put a like if you like it. Subscribe if you want to see more, and you have a lovely day.